Hello guys, how are you?
I'm good, how are you?
What's your names?
I'm Aditi Kothari.
I'm Nether Venkatesan.
I'm Avika Gupta.
I'm Akshata Srivastav.
So we are in Divergent today, the hackathon, right? How was your preparation and were you all from the same group?
Yeah, we're all from the same high school, and we prepared almost like every day from getting the prompt leading up to today.
So which school you guys go to?
We go to Johns Creek High School.
So what was the presentation today you have done and how did you guys prepare for it? And what's the I would say motivation behind that?
So our project today was a mobile app called Clearhead. For that app, we put in like trackers for heart rate, water intake, and the hours of sleep to determine like how likely a person is to develop a migraine. We were competing in the health and wellness, so we had to like find an issue that was mainly towards like students. So a lot of students go through migraines. So for our like preparation for that, we had to do a lot of like debugging. So none of us had known how to like code a mobile application before. And for one of the APIs that we had used, it was required to be an iOS mobile app. So we had to go in and figure out how to develop that, learn a new programming language, learn how to use the Flutter SDK throughout.
How long it took for you guys to come up with an idea? So idea is first, and then the technology, right?
Yeah.
So what made you to think this idea of this migraine, you need to create an app and you need to evaluate the migraine levels and all those kinds of stuff. Tell me, how did you think about this idea?
I think we all go through migraines and headaches a lot because school puts so much stress on us, and we don't have much sleep, or we kind of forget to drink water. So I think just because of that, I think it's kind of personal to us too. And then we started off with this idea at the beginning. I think we thought of our idea pretty quickly, and we spent the bulk of our time on actually developing the app.
Excellent. Which grade you are?
We're all sophomores.
When?
We're all sophomores, 10th graders.
10th graders. Excellent. So, now the AI has become no more a buzzword, but it's part of life. Yeah. So in this app, did you get an opportunity or a thought to use AI?
Yeah, we use AI to like use all of the users' like stats, like their heart rate, their water intake, their amount of sleep, and we use that to come up with like a treatment plan or like predict like if they're like at a healthy level to see if a migraine would come or if like they were quote unquote safe from a migraine or headache.
So did this hackathon add more stress to your life?
I mean, yeah, we spent a lot of time this week on it, probably at least a few hours each day, stayed up pretty late at night. But I think it added a lot too, because we learned a lot from it.
Do you think you guys will win this hackathon?
We'll see.
So.
We hope
so.
So how long did the presentation happen?
We used the full time, so 7 minutes, yeah.
7 minutes. So in the 7 minutes, what kind of flavor you have delivered in the 7 minutes, right? You need to explain about your idea, the technology, and what's the stats you are going to give. So what was the best thing you think that in 7 minutes you have done?
Well, in the beginning of before we started, me and her did a little skit kind of where we demonstrated what it's like to have like a migraine, and then we talked about how so many kids in this area, like it's not just me or it's not just her who has the migraine, it's so many people, impacts so many people. So that kind of reached out to the judges, showing them how big of an impact migraines have and so why it like connects to the prompt and that type of thing. So it's something that it's not just one of the basic things that the rubric requires, it's something extra that we did to kind of spice up our pitch.
I am a civil engineering research intern at Georgia Tech. I'm part of Stanford Startup Society, the one where we're basically building a AI tool for resumes and for job interviews that basically we placed second in last month. Then I'm the founder of Planet Change, through which we basically were able to have a biodegradable nano robot that is able to detect microplastics at like a nano scale level. We recently got that patented like last month.
Hey, good afternoon, Sinchana. How are you?
I'm good. How are you?
How are you?
I'm good too. I'm Sneha. I'm good. How are you as well? I'm R&J.
Today we have a hackathon here in Atlanta, right? So the word divergent, right? What does that mean for this particular hackathon? Neha.
Right, right. We really wanted to reach as many people as possible with this hackathon, make sure that this coding and hackathon activity is available to as many people in the metro Atlanta area, because we wanted to increase how many people we reached with computer science.
Is it fun so far?
Yeah, I've had a lot of fun today. I've learned a lot as well.
So, Sinchera, you are the student director. You all are student directors, right? So, what is your role as a student director?
So my role is managing the social media. I made flyers, posters for the social media accounts, and updated students through social media about the hackathon, about details about it, where it is, when it is, all that details.
Do you have prior experience before this hackathon?
Yeah, with social media, for my school, in many clubs such as FBLA, I'm the social media director for that as well. So I'm pretty used to this.
So you're part of the leadership team for the FBL.
Yeah.
Excellent. So, can you please introduce the vision behind this Divergent hackathon?
Yeah, so basically we just wanted to increase accessibility within Atlanta for computer science experiences. So today was intended to be a fun, engaging day with professionals who are giving workshops and judges who can provide feedback to students and their projects for the hackathon.
Excellent. Arinjay, how are you?
I'm good. How are you?
So what's your responsibility?
I am the program director for this Atlanta hackathon. So basically, I'm just overseeing all the tasks. I'm kind of directing all the other directors and making sure that this experience is smooth. Today, I've kind of been supervising, going around, making sure students are getting to the right place, food is being done, and yeah, all of the stuff.
Excellent. So which school you guys are from and which grades you are?
I'm from South Forsyth and I'm in 10th grade.
10th grade. How about you?
I'm a sophomore at Lambert High School.
Same 10th grade?
Yes.
And I'm in 11th grade at West Forsyth High School.
Forsyth. All are Forsyth, right? Yes. So, okay. So all the directors are from Forsyth or any other?
We're from like a lot of different areas around the metro Atlanta area, which we feel like really contributed to like the Divergent vision with reaching as many people as possible.
We participated in the sustainability prompt, and we made an app that would give incentives and rewards based on your avatar for sustainability. So every time you do like a eco-friendly action, it would make your avatar happy, and the avatar will give you points that will later turn to rewards.
Excellent. Why did you choose this sustainability project, and what do you mean by sustainability?
We chose sustainability because it's more close to all of us. For us, sustainability is close to our heart. We need the earth to be good.
So today, Prancho was the lead code developer. He used React code and TypeScript types of languages to create the app, and we also used Canva to use to make presentations.
I was a part of presenter and a part of Canva design.
Excellent. So did you guys use any AI in this?
We didn't use AI. We used Google. We used Stack Overflow and other GitHub for ideas about this code.
Which school are you all studying?
We're part of West Forsyth High School.
West Forsyth? Yep. So you all are 10th grade? What's that?
Pebblebrook.
How about you?
West Forsyth High School.
Excellent.
West Forsyth.
So how did you guys know about this hackathon?
We found out my dad works in Kona, so he got the information from there, and I shared it with my friends.
So were there any challenges during the development of the app you want to share?
There were some challenges. For example, like the email verification. We have in our application, we had an email verification code. It was kind of hard trying to get the API in for the Gmail two-factor authentication to make the email be sent. That was pretty hard about it.
How do you think this hackathon helps you in your daily life?
It gives us more experience and more experience on how it will be in actual IT fields.
The key organizer, Mr. Raju, is with me. Hi Raju, how are you?
Hey, I'm doing fine, thank you.
Hey, it's a great job, fantastic to have a Divergent hackathon. What is the sparkling moments which made you to create this Divergent hackathon?
So we started this program about 10 years back in Boston with one of my friends' help, and her daughter, she was in high school. She got motivated by the first hackathon. Then she spread this one to throughout Boston, and then I moved to Atlanta area, So then we thought, why don't we spread the same concept in Atlanta area? That's how we started. Last event we did in 2019, but because of COVID, we were not able to continue. But now we are starting again. From here onwards, it is a regular event, keep happening. It will be a great event. And in 2019, when we started, my son was in high school. He also got motivated. Then he went his way all the way to Carnegie Mellon, and now he's in the computers. He has his own startup. So then his idea is also to spread to the other students, give a platform to come up with innovation ideas. So that is a sparking moment for me.
Excellent, Raju. It's a great inspirational story about this hackathon. So how many hackathons have you done so far?
As a Divergent team hackathon, so we are doing one in each city. That is about 40 hackathons we have done. In Atlanta, this is the second hackathon by Divergent teams.
So any plans to expand these hackathons to other cities as well?
Yeah, definitely. We are working with Dallas and North Carolina. I work for Kona Services, which is a part of Coca-Cola. So wherever Coca-Cola branches are there, I am working with Coca-Cola and Microsoft. So it is a kind of association between Microsoft, Coca-Cola, and Divergent teams.
So excellent. I just wanted to understand what is the theme of this hackathon, right? So there might be some steps here, right? Before you answering this question, I just wanted to ask, how do you find this hackathon where any of the parent wants to register their sons?
Very good question, Praveen. So usually we communicate to all the high school counselors in respective areas. For example, in Atlanta, we reached out more than 100 high school counselors, right? So we share the information. They internally share with their STEM students. Basically, it is STEM based, right? So it provides a platform for many of these high schools. The idea they got, but they don't have opportunities where they can go and show their talents. So this is a great platform to come, and also the branding with Microsoft. Here we also bring industry leaders, right? Like kind of what is happening in latest and greatest, like cyber security, AI, chatbot, right? So they can listen to the industry experts seminars and ask questions, participate in workshops. So it also gives a way for the students to decide what exactly they want to study when they step into college in next 1 or 2 years.
Very curious to know how many schools have appeared today and what is the prize today?
It's just a kind of, right, it's more than a prize. Everybody is a winner. There is no loser here. Coming here itself is a great achievement. But just for symbolic purpose, we need to identify first, second, third positions, right? So we are giving Apple Watches for the first position, some AirPods for the second one, and drones for this third one. As I said, it doesn't matter. Kids love to be identified, whether their idea was accepted or not. It's not the actual prize they look for.
Thank you, everybody. I am Fulton County Commissioner Bridget Thorne. I represent 1/6 of Fulton County. I represent about 200,000 people in local county government. My district is all of Johns Creek, parts of Alpharetta, Roswell, and a small part of Sandy Springs, Georgia. I guess you're kind of wondering what in the heck does a county commissioner do? Most people don't know, except for those of you who are in student leadership of Johns Creek that have come down and visited my office on occasions.
Good afternoon, Bridget. How are you?
I'm good. It's a beautiful day here.
We are honored for you to be part of this hackathon. And being a Fulton County Commissioner, how do you feel being part of this hackathon today?
Oh, this is great. I mean, it's inspiring to see so many young people here. There's more than 100 people here, and a lot of them are Fulton County. This is how they chose to spend their spring break. So that's even more inspiring for our future generations, our future leaders, our future businessmen in the county.
Absolutely. Bridget, you know that Alpharetta and Fulton County is the hub of all the IT, and also many Indo-American communities also having a lot of offices here. And what's your message to the young children here in this hackathon?
My message is
Fulton County, we welcome you. We want you to stay here. We don't want you to leave. We want you to open businesses. You want to work for our current businesses. 10% of the companies in my district are Asian companies, and they're predominantly Indian companies. So we are so happy to have them. It's great for our economic development. Our schools are the best schools across the whole state we have in our section of the county, and we are just so proud that we can raise up such great leaders that are our future generations that are going to make North Fulton and Fulton County a great place to be.
Excellent, Bridget. So, being part of this hackathon, have you seen the kids presenting some of the ideas? And I just wanted to ask you, is there any motivation in Fulton County for all these kinds of ideas which mature into the next level? How do you see that?
I haven't really gotten to see any of the presentations yet, but I did go to school right down the road here at Georgia Tech, and that's the reason I came to the area. So I'm hoping a lot of these kids will choose Georgia Tech as their pathway. I do have a daughter that graduated in computer programming for Georgia Tech, and she currently works for Microsoft as well. So I'm hoping these kids will keep our talent here, and we will grow our talent. And Alpharetta, Johns Creek, Fulton County will be the IT hub of the Southeast.
You see hackathon year on a year, right? You get more ideas, more intense participation of the kids in this hackathon. So definitely there should be more and more vision where it can fuel and they can get into their next level. Do you have any vision?
Yeah, so right now we did one in Atlanta, then we just had one back in Boston a few weeks ago, and then New York last fall. So we kind of want to keep on going with this, exploring more cities. So I believe the next one we want to do is Dallas, and eventually, hopefully in a year or two, our final goal is to do like a national hackathon where it's not just like each city would do it, but it would be like across the whole United States. So it'd be kind of like a virtual hackathon, but everyone in the whole country gets to participate.
Excellent, Krishna. Krishna, one more question I wanted to ask, because now as the students are more, especially undergrads and grads, right?
Yeah.
So the more and more opportunity comes, it will be very, very good for them to be into the career.
Yeah.
Did you think that after these guys coming into an undergrad, do you think that you will do more and more in this area? Not only for the high school, any plans for the undergrads?
Yeah, so I think the reason we chose to target high schoolers was because there's not much opportunities like this. When I was in college, there was tons of hackathons at my university, so it's already kind of like a dense field there. But I think the target market we want to concentrate right now is high schoolers and kind of get them interested to STEM. So that way, because I think it's like a pivotal time for them, kind of going from high school to college, you kind of have to have like kind of a good idea what you want to major in, what you want to do with your life. So I think this is like a really eye-opening event, and like this is like the right kind of like students we want to target for our events.
How are you all?
Good, how are you?
I would love to learn your names, and as a student director, how was your experience?
Hi, my name is Ashvita Swaroop, and I go to West Forsyth. I'm a sophomore, and today's been quite the day. Actually, my team and I, we've been working for 10 weeks now, and it's amazing. It's amazing to see how much progress we've done, had, and this turnout. It's incredible.
What are the 2 items takeaway from this hackathon for you?
2 items takeaway. So my role as a student director of participant recruitment and logistics and operations is to handle people. So one of my main takeaways is being patient with everyone, and normally I don't struggle with that, but this hackathon, I will admit, it did push some of my limits, but that's okay because in the future I know many things will, and that's just something that I've had to adapt to.
Absolutely, you did it. This is how it's going to be for any of the organizing events. This is very important in life.
Yes,
absolutely.
I absolutely agree.
This event overall, I think, really improved my flexibility, and it also helped me network and connect with more people, as I think I emailed and talked to over 100 people through this event, and so I feel like this has improved my overall social network and ability to organize events.
I think throughout this whole program, one of the biggest things the biggest challenge that I had was probably pushing my limits, as the previous directors have also said. So this program was really helpful in pushing my own personal limits, because I feel like as a person, so I haven't really had much experience in public speaking, but through this program, when I heard about this position, I really wanted to challenge my limits and grow as a person. So I think that in this event, I did learn how to speak better, or how to improve in public speaking.
My name is Samya Goswami, and I go to Alliance Academy of Innovation in Forsyth County, and I'm in 10th grade. And one of the challenges I witnessed throughout this hackathon was more in sort of planning before the hackathon. While we were able to adapt and work with many different problems on the spot, and we were able to come up with many different solutions, I feel like some of them could have been avoided. And now I feel like that was due to a lack of experience, but now that we know how this works and what leadership qualities really mean and how to apply them into this sort of experience and situation, I feel like that can be avoided later on, and we'll be able to plan ahead and see these things play out beforehand.
Abhay, do you think the students have enjoyed this hackathon?
Yes, I think they have, because as all the directors have said, the passion in their eyes when they were talking about their projects, it was beautiful to see, because they had a very unique take on everything that they wanted to talk about. It wasn't just a random AI prompt or Google. It was something that was straight from their heart. So I think they enjoyed it.
Absolutely. So Abhay and the entire directors, you have done a great job. I heard that you have planned, you have raised everything which is required for the hackathon. So what was the most interesting and toughest job in the entire hackathon?
Honestly, it was the sponsorship part of it, because of reaching out to a lot of people. Like, I can't count the amount of emails that I've had to send. Same thing with Somya. She sent so many. We have sent way too many. And it's just, I think it's a game of connections and appeals.
Just connecting with so many people. That's one of the biggest things. As Mr. Badari, the founder of this Divergent Teams organization, said, the first line he said when we originally applied to this position was that you have the ability to influence a future Bill Gates or a future Steve Jobs. And that's what really caught my attention, is the ability to impact other people in this world.